So just saw episode 3 and actually was surprised by how good it was. Um, Started off with Magnus Carlsen giving the players a little lecture and a memory test. It was interesting that they've really spiced things up with the format, with the different chess styles. One thing I did find quite annoying though is they're still doing a thing at the start of every episode where they sort of do a 3-minute recap, which is way, if you've watched any of the other episodes, is way over the top, kind of boring. They basically do the same pre-replay thing where they say things like chess, Game of Kings type thing, and they just show the uh, same stuff that you've already seen. So I feel like they could just get straight into it and be much, much better actually. But the actual show itself is doing really well now, I think, in terms of watchability. I thought it was really interesting. So it started off with great visuals. So they basically talk to the players at the start, and you get a message from Carlsen, who's via the big video screen, and he gives them a memory challenge. So he basically gives them a position of his, and all 4 players have to memorize it and to recreate it on their own board. I think they get like a certain amount of time to do it. I thought that was interesting. It's also a challenge that gives people who maybe aren't that strong at chess a much better chance. Like, I don't know how good I'd do on that. That being said, I was surprised by how badly some of them did. Some of them only did like, I think Navi, only got like, I think he didn't even get one of the pieces right. He just didn't even bother trying, which was a bit crazy. And none of them were able to recreate the position. So essentially, you had a position. I'll put the position here, and you just have to recreate that position on a blank board. So I'm guessing it sounds a lot easier than it actually is, because we're probably thinking, looking at it on a screen, very easy to do. In the actual thing you've just seen, best player of all time, probably Magnus Carlsen. You're probably a bit distracted by that. You've got a board, you've got a timer ticking. I mean, pretty difficult actually. So yeah, that was really good. I thought the prize for the winner of it, so that was Lula Robson, pretty underwhelming. She got to choose her partner for a team chess match. Yeah. So that brought us to the second part, which again I thought was much, much stronger than the first and the second episode. Because now there's 4 players left. So there's 2v2. So Lula chooses person she wants as a partner, and they just have a 2v2 chess match on one board. I thought it was quite interesting how they did it as well, because normally with a team match, what you'd do is you'd have first person play one move, then the next player plays the second move, the next player 3 plays the third move. Like that. But instead, what they did was they sort of had it almost like a banter blitz match. So it was like 2v2 people, discussing with themselves what they want to play and stuff. So it was an interesting game. Then that brought us into the third episode, and I think compared to like episode 1, the actual timing of the episode was a lot better this time actually. It didn't feel like they were sort of stretching stuff out. It felt like quite natural. It felt like this was probably quite interesting for people. So we get to the end where there's 2 players left, the team that lost the team battle, and they basically have to play each other, and loser goes home, gets eliminated. So it's the same guy every week. He gets into this final elimination battle, but he's clearly quite a strong player because well, don't want to completely spoil it for you, but he played very well. But it was interesting in the elimination game, they actually chose a Fischer random as their choice of game. So actually, if you think about it, out of the entire episode, there wasn't actually really any traditional chess. There was a team chess, Fischer random, then a memory challenge. But that being said, very good. I'd give it a 9 out of 10 actually. This is say it's a lot stronger than the other episodes actually. It actually makes me think fourth episode's going to be very good. Um, I've also felt that they went into the backstory a lot better in a more natural way than normal. They didn't seem to be going as much into the names of the contestants. You know, they did that crazy nicknames they like to give the players. They sort of, I think they've toned that down a little here. I think it's very good. Um, I thought it was overall a very interesting watch. Um, so yeah, 9 out of 10. It was very good.